Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how easy it is to clone a token. And we are going to clone a memecoin and you will see the whole process of it. We're going to use base sepolia testnet, which is the testnet of base blockchain, and it's also called sepolia or sepolia, I don't know how to pronounce it, same as the testnet of ethereum, and they should not be confused. It is unfortunate this name that they choose for the testnet, but it is what it is. First thing you need to do is get some base sepolia fake ETH, and you can use a faucet. There are other faucets. There's a proof of work one which is very good, or this one. And with 0.5 you should be good. Even with less money you should be good. And we are going to pick memecoin to clone. Here is a contract of this memecoin that we want to clone. Okay, everything is ready to be copy pasted with a little bit of modifications. You cannot just copy paste it. You need to modify some stuff. Now this memecoin will need a DEX to run on, and for base sepolia I didn't have good experience with others, but I had good experience with this Uniswap clone from Sourcehead. So we are going to use just this. Before you begin, you need to have some base understanding of foundry. So if you don't have a base understanding of foundry, I made a video here, beginner guide to foundry in 20 minutes. Check out my channel and spend 20 minutes on this video, so it's easier for you to work with. Okay, so after we have our base project set up in VS Code, let me make the font bigger a little. Is it okay now? Okay. We have the env file on this format. We have base testnet RPC, which points to this one. You can copy it. You have the dev private key with 0x in front, and you have the etherscan key, which is a etherscan from the base explorer. Good. Now that you have this file done, we go under source, and here we will just copy paste this contract. Okay, just copy paste it, and we're gonna modify some things. What is obvious is the following: the name of the token, I choose memecoin, and the symbol, you want to modify maybe the total supply. Some fees here, you have to be careful what you modify, because if you change some stuff it might not work, but we are not going to modify any fees. And of course, very important to modify the wallet receivers that will receive the tax. Next, we need the Uniswap v2 router, and the way you're gonna find out is you pick whatever Uniswap v2 clone, and you must dig out the router address. So in my case, the router address for the Sourcehead page is this one. And because sometimes you don't know the router address and you have to do a little bit of digging around, I will show you later how to find it. I'm gonna remove from the constructor the creation of the pair, and I'm gonna transfer this function to this one, assign router address and assign pair address. They won't be done in the constructor, they will be done as a separate transaction. So it's 2 more transactions for us, but we won't have any errors on deploying, because if you just copy paste this contract and you try to deploy it on another blockchain, you won't succeed. Okay, so now that we prepared our contract and let's say you modified everything, here is a script for deployment that I have. So first I'm getting the secret configuration from .env, and I run for script under script. This one is triggered. Okay, exactly like in my previous tutorial, so make sure you watch it. And we pass RPC URL, chain ID. It's important to pass the chain ID here if you're using some strange blockchain with broadcast and verify. Okay. What? There's some error. Don't know what it is, but we are not going to test anything. So here it says that it deployed it, and it deployed it at this address here. I'm gonna get this address and I'm gonna add my tokens under tokens here, import tokens. Okay, okay, so I have the total supply here in my wallet. Now that we have the total supply in our owner wallet, let's go ahead and create the liquidity pool. So we're going to go to the Uniswap clone, and under pool you're going to select more V2 liquidity, create pair, and from here I'm going to select wrapped is, and I'm going to select my token. Okay. So I'm gonna add some okay. We first need to approve our tokens, because the Uniswap router needs to take them and from our wallet automatically, and we are going to create a pool now. Always make sure you have here the testnet, okay, so you don't accidentally do this on a live blockchain, or will kind of lose the money. So when you create this liquidity pool, you say here add UniV2, which is a pair address. Let's just add the token. Something that I noticed in they don't point to the correct explorer here, so the correct explorer is sepolia basescan.org. Okay, so this is the correct explorer. So this is a transaction that was created when the liquidity pool was created. So we have this Uniswap V2 and this particular contract holds both the liquidity for our project. We need to copy this address here, go back to our contract and set it as assign pair address. Okay, I'm gonna assign this pair, and if we look at the contract that interacted with us to create this pair, this is the contract, the Uniswap v2 router. It here says Uniswap v2 router, and is exactly this one that I set it here. Like I said, in case you don't have it and you don't know how to get it, just do the liquidity pool and look at the transactions that created the liquidity pool, and after that you can add it here as a assign router address, which is the one that we created. But here's how you do it if you don't know which is a router address. Okay, so we have these two transactions, and let's go ahead and test if everything is okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna send some tokens to some other address. So I'm gonna send 10,000 to another address. Let's look at the transaction. So what happened here? We sent 10,000 coins to this account 2. How many coins did the account 2 received? Well, it receives a full amount. Why? Because we send it with our owner address, which our owner is whitelisted. Here, if you look at the constructor, you see that our owner is whitelisted. I guess TX origin, I don't know why they put here TX origin, but this video is not about an audit of the contract. It is what it is. Now, if we go to the second wallet, let me send some fake keys to it. And we're gonna send to another wallet. Some tax should be taken. So we have this one, and we're gonna send it to account 3. I'm gonna send 1,000. What do you mean? I'm gonna go into account 3 and I'm gonna import this token, and from 1,000 that I was supposed to get, you see here I received just 950. Let's look at the transaction that happened. So this transaction, so what happened here? our contract is 956. So 40 tokens went to the contract address, 950 went to the recipient, and 10 tokens disappeared. Let's look a little bit at the logic of why this happened. So the transfer function is going to here. Here is a core of the contract. Our address is not blacklisted, so this is skipped. It is not in swap. We are not doing swaps, we are doing transfers. Limits are enabled, but the limits for this contract are set high, so we're sending a little amount of tokens. This one will not get triggered. Also, if it would get triggered, we would have get an error message. This condition should swap back. If we look at it, the balance of the contract is not greater than the swap threshold, so this condition is not triggered. Let's continue. We have the portion amount, which is the reflection of the token here, the way they calculate the balance. There's some check here which maybe is not needed, and we would get here with should take fee, and should take fee. Let's see this function what is doing. It is not fee exempt. Our wallets are not fee exempt, so this one is triggered, and we go in take fee in proportions, and we have here the calculation of fees. So we are not buying or selling, and the fees here, if you follow all this logic, you would come to the conclusion that this stuff here is correct, otherwise it won't be correct. I would copy paste this into ChatGPT and say to him to explain me the fees and where it goes, but I will leave you as an exercise to debug this. It's quite difficult, like maybe I would spend half an hour to understand all this if I were to look more closely into it. And that should be it. Next thing what we want to do is to test this swap back. So for this we have the contract balance need to be greater than swap threshold. Actually, before we go into this, let's test one more thing. I want to buy from Uniswap with another wallet. So I'm with account 2. I need some more upties. I don't know if I got this transaction or not. Did I got it? buy this amount. Connected. It will wrap it automatically or something. Okay, so I could swap. Okay, let's test this swap, automatic swap thing. So we have this token. I'm gonna go to the owner and I'm gonna send some tokens to the contract. Come on. So now our contract will hold more than what with the swap threshold. It is 0.01% from the total supply. So if total supply is this, let's ask ChatGPT. So is 10,000, 100,000. Now the contract has more than enough. So this function is triggered if the sender is not. This function is happen when Uniswap, it's not a transaction from Uniswap pair, it is not in swap, this is some re-entrance thing. It is claiming fees which is set to true. You can set it false and the balance is greater than swap threshold. And this function will swap and distribute the fees here. So we are going to go to account 2 and we are going to send one token to account 3. Okay. And let's look at the transaction. And you see here the swap occurred. You see how big is this transaction? Well, it is 343 gas. And you can see here all the distribution after it was swapped. So now this address, for example, has some. Now let's check this one. This one is a marketing address and it has now some balance. of ETH in it. Well, I hope you liked this video, 25 minutes long, and if you need any help with creating a meme coin, just let me know. My contact details are in the video description. Have a nice day.